Last lesson, folks. Richie from California, trying to give you some tips for the amateur golfer, someone who's just learning how to play, or a high handicapper. If you're a low handicapper, this isn't for you. These are 4 simple things that you're going to do to save you a lot of time, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, trying to get a decent golf swing. I'm passing this along to you from a really good player who teaches. He taught me. I've been playing a long time, been suffering, trying everything, and these are the 4 things that's helped me, and it's changed my whole game. So you really need to watch all 3 videos of mine. First one is about loading your wrist in your firing position. Second one is about balance, and this one's on power. Okay? Little feedback on the first one. First one, I talked about loading your left wrist in position before you swing. Well, a lot of people are asking, why are you loading the wrist? I mean, why? Well, the reason why we're doing that is because when you're in this position at the top, you're going to get a lot of club head speed from your wrist, naturally. If you're not in this position, then you're not going to get that club head speed. So don't think about it, just trust me. Once you get this wrist loaded at the bottom, you can actually forget about it. You don't have to worry about anything from there. You can just go ahead and swing. So it's going to get up there by itself, and your wrist and everything, and your body's going to work all by itself. You don't have to worry about it. We want to eliminate as many thoughts as possible. So when we go to swing, we're not thinking about anything. So when we get in our firing position, we're happy. We load our wrist, we're happy. We don't have to think about that anymore. Our balance, our wrist, and our load position, our firing position. Once you get those 3 things and you're comfortable, don't think about them anymore. We want our brains to be absolutely empty when we go to swing. Okay? So that's very important, because you need to be really comfortable when you swing, and your body will do what it's supposed to do naturally. You don't have to force it. So if you're uncomfortable, not going to work. You're going to be very comfortable. So let's get into power. Okay, now power, the pros get a lot their power from a lot of different things. We're not going to get into that because they're pros. We're going to try to get as much power from our bodies as we can, because a lot of us have back problems, knee problems. We're not as supple anymore. Supple, I love that word, supple. So we got a lot of things fighting against us. Okay? So how can we get more power and get more distance out of the ball for our body forms in our age? Well, the best way to do that is to hit the ball pure. You notice when you hit the ball pure, which doesn't happen too often, the ball takes off like a bullet. And you can hardly feel it. And you go, oh my God, the ball went a long way. That's because you hit the ball pure. So that's hard to do, because you're talking about a little spot the size of your pinky, end of your pinky on your club, and a little spot on the ball, and you want that to meet swinging a club. That's hard to do. So the chances of you hitting a ball pure aren't that good. But the best way to do that is to keep good balance. If you keep good balance in your golf swing, chances of you hitting the ball pure are going to increase. Okay? If you swing your brains out and you lose balance, the chances of you hitting the ball pure are going to decrease. Okay? So the monkey setup, like I said the other day in my last video, is going to help you get more balance. You're on your toes, you crouch down a little bit, and you drop your shoulders. That allows you to make a good solid swing without moving. Got to be comfortable. It's all going to be natural. Can't force anything. You can't think about anything. So now we're going to get into how can I get more power. Now, you can only get so much power from your arms. Most golfers swing, when they first start, are all arms, they call it. But they're going to swing with just their arms. You only get so much power out of your arms. Okay? They tell you to move your hips. They tell you to make your body turn. They tell you all kinds of things. All that's doing is confusing you. So we're going to make it very simple. Okay? The sensation I want you to think about is if I took a bowling ball and held it in my left hand. Bowling ball is pretty heavy, and I wanted to throw it out this way. Well, I wouldn't use my arms like this if I had to swing it. I would use this back muscle and this shoulder muscle, because it's so heavy. It's pulling on my arm. So I would have to use this back muscle like this to swing that bowling ball, to throw it as far as I can. That's the sensation we're looking for in your golf club. That's a big muscle. Okay? We're going to use a big muscle for our golf swing. Makes sense. Okay? So when I swing the club, I'm using this muscle back here for my swing. I'm not using my arms, I'm not using my hips, I'm not using my legs, I'm not using my shoulders. I'm using this muscle here in your back. Now the best way to get to that point is if you stand in the monkey position, like Art told us to, and we drop our shoulders, while your left hand hangs naturally down, straight down, by itself. Well, if you had a heavy weight on your arm, that's the sensation you want to feel in your club head. So you can feel the club head. Now they have a lesson they call gravity golf, and what gravity golf is, it's the same idea. They want you to feel the club head when you go back as far as the weight. Problem is it's too light, it's very difficult to feel. So after you get in your firing position and you load your wrist and you're comfortable and you got good balance, you can forget those three things. Completely forget them. Your brain's not your friend. So we can't be thinking about our swing. Now when we go to start to take a swing, we're going to start your swing with this back muscle. And what I mean by that is once I'm like this, I'm going to start my swing here. Like that. With my back muscle. My back muscle. Okay? My arm has to be stretched out. It can't be like this. That's the only way I'm going to feel that back muscle. Is my arms fairly straight, comfortably. I can't swing it like this. I can't feel the back muscle. So the only thing you're thinking about before you swing is, hey, I'm going to start my swing with this back muscle. And all I got to do is think about it for the first few seconds. That's it. Once I start to swing with my back muscles, my back muscle here on the left side, I forget it. And yeah, I just swing naturally. Everything happens by itself. Okay? Can't force anything. So the key is your balance. So your chances of hitting the ball pure are good. Your position, where you're going to hit the ball solid, because now it's a natural spot. And loading your wrist, because that's going to help you on the top. Those are only 4 things you got to do when you're learning how to play golf. So you can forget all the other things. Now, I practiced for 30 years, everything you can imagine. I took lessons, everything. I never could get it down pat until this guy told me these 4 things. So you can't give up on it. You got to go to the range, and you got to work on it a little bit on those 4 things, and that's it. Okay? Once you get used to that, those 4 things, you're going to be able to hit a decent golf shot without going through a lot of pain and suffering. Okay? So you want to feel that sensation in this back muscle. After you load your wrist, you have good balance, like a monkey. That's why I sway a little bit. I sway because I can feel the club head with this back muscle, like this a little bit. When I'm comfortable, then I can just go ahead and swing. Okay? Everything happens naturally. If you're uncomfortable, you're out too far, you're out to in, you're crooked, that means you're uncomfortable. You need to be comfortable over the ball. If you're comfortable, you're going to make good impact. Have fun golfing. Listen to all 3 videos. Work on those things. Don't give up, because you're going to be surprised after you get used to it. After you get used to it and you're more comfortable with that, you're going to start hitting the ball a little better. And that's what we're looking for. We just want to make good forward progress. We're not going to hit it a country mile. We want to do the best we can with our physical abilities. I'm Richie. Let's hear from you. Have any questions? Just, post it on Facebook and let me know. And give it a try, I'm telling you. It's like night and day. Thanks a lot. Have fun. Richie from California. Love you. Bye.